Hello and welcome back to Katie's Business Tips. Michael Lapete here in a short 2 mini-series on frequently asked questions to the accountant. As accountants, we get various questions, and we've listed some of the main ones. As an accounting firm for many years, we found that a lot of times people will ask questions not out of ignorance, but out of wanting to understand. They want to know, they want to learn, but sometimes it's out of necessity. So here's the compilation. First of all, what's the difference between cash and accrual accounting? Cash accounting records when cash is received or paid, whereas accrual accounting records income and expenses when they're earned or incurred. So an example of that would be when I invoice someone, if I'm doing accrual method, I put the invoice in there and income into the books now. And then I put it as a receivable, accounts receivable that I'm going to collect, say, in 30 to 45 days. But the income's in there now, today. That's accrual. Cash method says, I'm not going to put that income in there until I actually get paid in 30 to 45 days. Then I'm going to put the income in there. That's cash method. So just a simple example of cash versus accrual. Next question. So what accounting method is best to use? And it really depends on your business, the size of industry, who's doing your bookkeeping. There's so many factors. So that one is a case-by-case basis. But really, you need to have a clear of where you're headed, a picture of where you're headed in your business to help answer that question. Another one we get is, what deductions should I claim to minimize my business? What can I claim? What can I deduct as an expense? We get that a lot. You can claim common business deductions, obviously, rent, utilities, property tax, utilities, insurance. I mean, you're talking about vehicle expenses if you need them, marketing. There's so many, right? So at the end of the day, you're going to look at deducting anything and everything that either A, is required of the business to run the business or operate the business, or 2, that is required for the business to earn income. Those are the only 2 rules. If it's an expense and you are incurring it for earning income, or it's a requirement of doing your business, it's a deduction. Very simple answer. How do I improve my cash flow? This is a big one. It's important that you have a budget, and cash flow project is the first answer. Are you budgeting? Do you have a budget? Can we look at it? Are you projecting into the future of your cash flow? First thing. Second thing is making sure you're collecting your receivables and staying on top of all amounts owed to you on a regular basis, because if you're leaving those sit, you already have cash flow issues, right? And another one is to look for ways that you can cut costs without really affecting your operations. Those are main ways that you can increase cash flow, okay? Now, on top of that, there's many others, but you need capital usually for many of them. Another one is, what type of structures should I use for my business? There's various types of structures you consider, from sole proprietors, corporations, partnerships. It will depend on the nature of your business, but there are definitely cons and pros, and we've all got other videos on this that you can find and to help determine for liability and tax and things like that. But the majority of businesses are usually sole proprietor or incorporation. And really, it comes down to a case-by-case basis. There's no one-size-fits-all answer there. Another one we get, and this is the last one for this video, should I separate my personal and business finances? And if so, how? Yes. The answer is yes. Yes, 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 because your business is a separate entity, typically, especially if you're incorporated. It's a separate, like having a separate person. You don't want to combine your finances. It's not your spouse here, right? You don't want to combine your finances with the company. So you can open separate bank accounts, separate credit cards, and even if you just want to completely separate it, if you need money, you actually move the money. Don't pay for stuff on behalf of the company, or company pays for stuff on behalf of you. Don't do that. If you're going to loan the company money or it's going to give you money, then just move $10,000 or $5,000 or whatever the number is, okay? Very important that we do not mix our business and personal finances together. We'll get into part 2 of this in the next video. Thanks for being a part of our Business Tips, and we'll see you in the next video.